look around. We don't have time. Let's confess it. The point is that the world is spinning, and each day is like the other one. We have job, we have some work in our pockets, also we have home, studies, and it goes and goes again. We don't have time to look around. But look, pollution, it's progressing, and deforestation, lots of other stuff. What should we do? Taking a short trip to the nearest dump, you'll find out that, well, how 1 little bottle of water fits into mountains of trash. It's not okay. But we shouldn't blame ourselves actually, because we don't have time. Again, it takes too much to care about the bottle of water. It does. But what does it mean then? Are we lost? Is it the final day of Earth and we are close to the end? Is it the final point? Or maybe there is a way that shines there or lurks there and we could follow it and find the solution. Well, it is here. It's in this room. It's interest. Interest to the ecology. But let me explain. Let's take a look at Norway, the country of the north. The main source of money, the main resource, is the income of petroleum and oil companies. Not that green, isn't it? But how did this country then become one of the greenest countries in the world and turned so prosperous with these picturesque views and mountains that are so famous? Pollution is near zero. And for the last century, there was not even a single case of the pollution, nor the ecological catastrophe. How did the country manage to do this? Gaining oil. Well, it taxed people for pollution. It fined people for pollution. And people became interested. They really became. Because of, you know, that when you throw a bottle, you will be fined. 1,000 euros out of your pocket. Wow. There is a huge dopamine thing into your brain telling you, no, I shouldn't do this. I should not throw this bottle. And it worked. On the 2023, actually they are expecting around $1 billion income from taxes solely. This is fantastic. $1 billion out of nowhere, just taxes. And other countries follow this way. Denmark, Switzerland, and Singapore, they're all practicing it. The last one is especially famous for its bubblegum policy. It's banned there, Singapore. And youngsters, well, they should be aware, there are some. If you chew a bubblegum in Singapore, you'll be fined for $500 for the first time. Next time, the price will be doubled. Wow. There is no more bubblegum on the streets of Singapore. You will never get stick or stuck. This is fantastic. Fantastic solution. Some other countries went even further. For example, the Korean Nobel laureate Rai Kwon-chung, whom I had an honor to meet with, well, he created a special model of sustainable economics. And they decided to calculate time expense in terms of pollution. It turned out around 3.6% of Korean GDP is lost annually in traffic jams. Just imagine, $70 billion lost every year just because of people are burning their gasoline. This is something unimaginable. $70 billion, huge amount of money. So if we really achieve this point where we could reduce the pollution, we could actually prosper. We could achieve the heights of economical prosperity and at the same time save our environment. So this is a piece of cake for us. Should we use then the taxes everywhere? Should we fine people in every single country? Yes, this could be the solution, but it's not. Because the fines and loans are an economical tool. You cannot simply use them in every country, because they should be paid voluntarily. Otherwise, if you just fine people in the country for nothing, there will be lots of harassment. There will be violent riots. And this is not what we want when we want to create an ecologically prosperous country, definitely. So, does it mean then that half of the world will be able to use this thing and the other will not be able to do so? So, we will have half of the world prosperous and really green, and the other one that will be dumped into trash. Is it the final point? Is it what we are going to come to? Well, probably there is again this light somewhere. And if we really search for it, well, we'll find it. And this is education this time. But not just simple education like science. It's going to be new ecological education for kids under the age of 5. Wow, why? Why do we choose this category of people? Let's put it so. Well, because it was proven scientifically, whatever the kid learns will stay with them for whole their life long. It means if they learn how to not throw the bottle on the road, they will do it for whole their life long. And not because of they think they will be fined for it or something, just because they will feel it as a dignity, as if they should do it. And every time they see the bottle on the road, they will put it in the trash bin. Fantastic solution. But why is not it working now? Because there are such programs. Again, well, teenagers now seem not to be interested in ecology. Let's repeat it again. Not seem to be interested. You see, we lost the main component. Interest. We should bring it back into the equation. Let's do it. What should we do to make people interested? In this case, we need to make interested kids. We need to really grasp their attention. Well, the problem was in books, actually. The books, the materials we have now are not so, they don't fit kids really. They don't engage them. Because if kids want to search for answers, they don't want to receive them. We should really make books like games. We should create some attractive things and interactive stuff that could really grasp attention of kids. And we can do it. We can actually create videos now that are with apps that are absolutely free. InShot, Canva, Sway, for example, or Google Slides. They are available. And anyone can make a short video or even create their own book. And this is possible. And we don't need like zillions and billions of books to change the world. Taking into account like personalities, 60 books of such kind, truly revolutionary, with interactive stuff in them, and games, again, I emphasize. It will be pretty much enough. And as I told, you have access to the tools to create them right now. So maybe it will be you who will change the world and write the first page of the whole new history of Earth. Thank you.